Závěrečný rozhovor dnešního odpoledne. Mastercard Hitpoint Masters bude s junglerem týmu Sinners se Speedym. Speedy, thank you for coming to the interview and congrats on the win. It was a bit messy game at times, but you were still ahead the whole game and you managed to close it out. So how are you satisfied with this win?
I think I'm quite satisfied with it. Yeah, I think we did good game, and we definitely could have been a bit cleaner on the edges, but I think Casante is a bit too broken of a champ and kind of ruined our plans a few times.
Yeah, Casante is quite balanced, season 13 champion, as we know it. And now let's talk a bit about your current results for Sinners, because so far, even though you are pretty close to the top 4, you are missing maybe some points, and there might be some extra pressure on you to making it. So maybe how you are dealing with the extra pressure, since you still have a lot of work to do to make playoffs, and is it maybe affecting the team, or are you still keeping your head cool?
I don't think there is any pressure on us currently. I think we are in the best shape we've been so far, and we are really confident in our ability to play. I think we can take down any team in the league. It just depends on how we wake up in that particular day. I think we have really high highs, like we can be a really good team, or we can be a really not so great team, and we are just trying to find consistency. I think playing EPL also helps because we got more official games, and we proved in EPL that we can beat teams like Entropic and look good as a team. So from my perspective, I don't think me or any of my teammates are having any concerns regarding playoffs. We are currently aiming at top 2 still, even though we are I mean, it's kind of mid-season, a bit past mid-season, but we're aiming at top 2 for sure, because personally, I'm kind of sick of getting 4th place, and going top 2 automatically ensures better, right?
Yeah, well, unluckily EPL for you ended 4th place too, right? So
yeah.
That's the story writes itself. And also regarding the consistency or the inconsistency for you, it is what we have heard also from the other players and from Warrior, from the interviews. And the players talked a lot about when the season starts, Sinners is a bit shaky, and it takes you some time to maybe stabilize the results and be a bit more consistent. So do you think you have arrived at this phase, or is it still a bit roller coaster performance for you?
I think last patch we reached a point where we were super consistent, basically every game, because we had a clear read on the meta. We knew what's good, we knew what works for us. But with the meta shift on the last patch, we're currently still testing some stuff, and yeah, I think we have to find consistency in terms of picks, but in terms of gameplay and mentality, we are on the right track, because I feel compared to last year at least, or like previous split, we are way more aggressive as a team. We are less passive, because before we were approaching more a style of okay guys, let's look to get these items, let's scale, we can play for this, we can play for that. Now we are like this game, for example, Radovan said something like, Radovan being Rufus, he said, guys, I saw this strategy in LPL where they just do this, bot lane does the red for you, and then you just, do you want to do it? And everyone was like, yeah, sounds good, let's do it. And we just pull it off. It worked. A bit of stumbling, but we still were in control of the entire game. Enemy AD carry didn't really get to play the game. So yeah, I feel kind of sorry for him that he had to go through that. But yeah, we are way more aggressive as a team, and that's, personally for me, that's the most important thing, right? Because if you can manage to be aggressive, you can manage to play every style. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I think I agree that it definitely shows on our gameplay. I used to play with Radovan too, and I know he can be pretty crazy, and it shows on the Rift too. So that's good that these strategies.
I hope he got MVP for today. He was definitely I hope he got the MVP for today. I'm not sure who got it, but he definitely deserves it. He kind of 1v9 the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the fans decided, and or he could get the MVP for the whole round. We will see during next week, but I definitely agree his performance was pretty clutch for this game. And you were talking also about the patch, and that maybe after we moved the 2 patches, that it takes you some time to adjust and stabilize your performances. So you again, how were you managing the shift, because it's quite unique that we skip 1 patch and we went from 13-11 to 13-13. You played Ivern, also one from the new picks. So how are you satisfied with the current meta? Do you think it moved in a good direction?
No, I'm really depressed with current meta. I was playing Viego, Kha'Zix, and all the fun stuff, and all of a sudden we're like, yeah, you know, man, teams in LPL, they are playing Ivern. We should try Ivern. We play Ivern, of course. I'm smurfing on Ivern, so it worked. So now we're like, wow, Ivern is such a good pick. We should play it more. Poppy also works for us quite well. So yeah, I mean, we can do both styles. I think you can still play the carry junglers, but generally, jungler right now is more of a facilitator, because stuff in the meta like Azir and picks like from mid lane that can carry really hard resurfaced, because before you had pretty much 3 viable champions on mid, which were Annie, Nico, and Ahri, which is set up, right? And then you can play carry jungle. But now you have more carry-oriented mid laners like Azir, Syndra, Tristana. So then you have to play facilitator in jungle. You can play carries everywhere, sadly. So yeah, I'm not very happy with the meta shift, but it is what it is, and I strongly consider that the team that fastest gets to adopt the new meta, or like get comfortable with playing it, it's gonna be successful. And our main aim as the Sinners is to be successful.
Okay, great. Thanks for the insight. And for the last question, I would like to ask maybe how you reflect on your growth in Sinners, because it is already some time that we are seeing you in the Sinners jersey. And me personally, I think I can see a big growth from you as a player compared to the start. And now the split, I think you have improved maybe the most from the Sinners players lately. So how do you reflect on that, and do you view it similar as me or as us?
First of all, thank you. And second, I think last year when I joined, I was more of a supportive player. I mean, even though I had experience in the back, I wasn't necessarily, and the meta wasn't necessarily, oh, let's play carry junglers. So it was always something like Sejuani and stuff like that. So I always had to play those kind of stuff, which was fine for me. But for the past year and a half, most of my champions, like my champ practice in solo queue at least, was carry champs. Like my most played this season, I think it's Kha'Zix and Kindred on both accounts. So I'm way more comfortable playing for myself as well. So I think I developed from a ability to threaten also the team, not just be facilitating, which also served us last patch, right? I think I'm more all-around better player. I agree with your statement. I wouldn't still be playing if I didn't feel like I'm improving. If I felt like I'm same level as last year, I would probably just not play anymore. But yeah, I think I did improve, and compared to last year as well, our team, we were more towards the scaling area. But once Radovan joined, everyone had to embrace the aggressiveness. There was no other choice. It was either this or he goes aggressive alone, and then yeah, we can have like both styles working at the same time.
I see. It's great to hear, and I think it definitely suits you. It's quite fun watching you play this split, even your well as a team. And just now for the ending, anything you would like to say to the fans or to the stream? Now's your chance.
Okay, thank you all Sinners fans for supporting us. Me, my team, everyone at Sinners. We appreciate you. We're sorry that sometimes we have to go through rough days where you have to see us lose, but it is what it is. We are improving together, and hopefully we're gonna end up the season on a good note. Main goal is making you masters, and yeah, I'm confident we can pull it through. Also, as a side note, I think Hero High is the best AD carry in the league. Just as a note, I think he's the best by far.
Okay, thanks for the shout out for Hero, and thanks for the great interview. Good luck in the future matches, and I hope to see you around again.
Likewise. Have a good one.
Jo, tohle byl jungler týmu Speedy, teďka si to ještě celý zhrneme v Mastercard, tak si zápasu a pak se vydáme do finálové analýzy a závěru.